Happy Monday. It's July 27th, 2026, and time for your Monday Market Update. I'm Miranda Andrew.
And I'm Andrew Smart.
And it looks like darkness outside.
It sure does.
It looks like death. It is July, and we are in the dog days of summer. We got to get through this summer. It is dragging on. It's a good thing we're not going to pray for the summer to be over. But we're almost to August, which I cannot believe. Holy crap, that went by fast. Why does summer always go by so fast?
I agree.
Boo. All right, we're going to take a quick look at our McHenry County numbers for the last 7 days, and then we're going to talk about the market.
All right, last 7 days, we saw 157 new listings, 157 under contract, 115 closed, 57 price changes, 0 expired, and 59 hit that private network. Now, we're going to dive right into interest rates. There's a little bit of speculation online. There's going to be a rate cut this Wednesday during the Fed meeting. Highly unlikely at this point due to inflation being under control finally, and they don't want that to obviously spiral out of control by dropping rates. Once rates drops, let's say magically fall to 2% again, what's going to happen? Buyers are going to flood the market, prices are going to go back up, and inflation is going to hike again. So rates are really not a factor anymore. They've been staying steady this whole year, right around that 6.5 mark. We don't think there's going to be any change whatsoever anytime soon. So it's the new norm at this point. People just got to get used to it.
Yeah, rates were news for so long. People are like used to talking about it.
Yeah.
And we do still have people who come to us and say, we're going to wait, we're just waiting for our interest rates to come down. It's like, that's probably not really going to happen.
No.
I mean, for the next 30 years, we've got these people that have these 3%, 4% interest rates.
Yeah.
And until they're done paying them off, that's still going to be a factor for us, for some people. Now, every year when more people buy a home at 7% or 6.5%, that's less people that have the 3%, but it is still going to be a thing for like 30 years until they're paid, 25 years at this point, because we haven't had interest rates in the 3s and 4s since the middle of 2022. So since the middle of 2022 is when rates started going up, and they were in the low 5s at the end of 2022. And I remember people freaking out about 5%. And now it's like people would kill for 5%.
Yeah.
But, and then we touched 5.99 earlier this year in February. But for the most part, we've really lived in the mid 6s, and this is very normal. So, rates are not really the topic anymore. Affordability, like we talked about last week, that's the buzzword of the year. Everyone's been talking about affordability in housing and in all commodities. That's kind of an issue. And that's something that the federal government is trying to address. But the thing that we were talking about that's kind of big news is price reductions.
Yes.
When you look at the national numbers, price reductions are up to 40%. That is humongous. We also have cancellations at the highest that they've ever been. So people are putting homes under contract, then either doing the inspection and not wanting the condition of the home, or not qualifying for their financing. But I think it all comes back to affordability, actually, because even, when it comes to doing home inspections, if buyers find something, the problem is that they've saved up all of the money that they have to put towards their down payment. They don't really have any more money to do improvements or to take care of an issue that they find on inspections. And that's why cancellations are up. Price changes are up because I think to some extent, buyers think it's 2018 and sellers think it's 2021.
2008, you mean?
What did I mean? What did I say?
2018. You said 2018.
No, 2018. I mean, 2018 was still, we actually only had 3 months supply in 2018, but it felt like a buyer's market. 2016 is when I got my license, and I will tell you, homes were on the market for months and months and months. We definitely were not. I remember thinking I preferred working with buyers because the likelihood is that a buyer was actually going to buy something, whereas a seller was not necessarily going to sell in 2016. They might take their house off the market and sit. So right now what we have is it's not a fair and balanced market. It is still a seller's market, but some sellers are putting their homes up at these astronomical prices thinking my neighbor sold for $1 million, so I'm going to list my home at $1 million. Well, but your neighbor's home had 2,000 square feet more than you did and an extra, whatever. And so a lot of sellers, I think, are being unrealistic about what their home is actually worth. And then buyers are seeing that high price and going, we're going to wait until that home hasn't sold at that price. A lot of buyers that we see, if they see a home that is overpriced, they aren't even going to go look at it. They're going to let it sit on the market, wait for them to do a price reduction, and then they'll go look at it after the price reduction. So pricing strategically in this market is incredibly important. if you're a seller and thinking about selling your home, make sure that you're not outpricing your home and then having your home sit on the market and then people start to wonder, well, what's wrong with it?
This is true.
It's really a tough thing. So pricing is incredibly important. So that's something that we work on a lot. So if anybody has questions, if you're thinking about selling, give us a call. We would love to help you with that. And Andrew works with our buyers and has gotten all of our buyers under contract in the recent couple days.
Yeah, I think everyone's
in the last week, you've gotten 3 more buyers under contract. Yeah, just trust me, you're right. That's it. So we've got buyers that are successfully getting homes under contract. Andrew works with them. He does a great job. I've got sellers that we list appropriately. We had multiple offers on one of our listings again this weekend. It's really, really important to make sure that you're pricing your home right the first time, and we can help you with that. So hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. We're always here. Have a great rest of your Monday.